Gyanakosha, an encyclopedia of Vedic knowledge by Pact. Vedas. Rig Veda.
ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवज्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः
Gyanakosha, hymns on Maruts. Hymns on Maruts.
क्रीलं वः शर्धो मरुतमनर्वाणं रथे शुभं कण्वा अभिप्रगायत ये पृषतीभिर्षिभिः साकं वाचीभिरञ्जिभिः अजायन्त स्वभानवः इहेव शृण्व येषां कश हस्तेषु यद्वदान्नि यामाञ्चित्रमुरुञ्जते.
Maruts. In Hinduism, the Maruts, also known as the Marut Gana and sometimes identified with Rudras, are storm deities and sons of Rudra and Prashni and attendants of Indra, an ancient Vedic deity who later came to be identified with Shiva. The number of Maruts varies from 27 to 60, 3 times 60 in Rig Veda, Mandala 8, Sukta 96, Rig 8 says that they are very violent and aggressive, described as armed with golden weapons, lightning and thunderbolts, as having iron teeth and roaring like lions, as residing in the north, as riding in golden chariots drawn by ruddy horses. Hymn 66 of Mandala 6 of the Rig Veda is an eloquent account of how a natural phenomena of a rainstorm metamorphoses into storm deities. In the Vedic mythology, the Maruts, a troop of young warriors, are Indra's companions. According to French comparative mythologists, George, they are cognate to the Inhajar and the wild hunt. Of course, everybody says, don't go and read into a wild hunt. According to the Rig Veda, the ancient collection of sacred hymns, they wore golden helmets and breastplates and used their axes to split the clouds so that rain could fall. They were widely regarded as clouds capable of shaking mountains and destroying forests. According to later traditions such as Puranas, the Maruts were born from the broken womb of the goddess Diti after Indra hurled a thunderbolt at her to prevent her from giving birth to too powerful a son. The goddess had intended to remain pregnant for a century before giving birth to a son who would threaten Indra. So let us see the suktas in Rig Veda about Maruts. Mandala 1, Sukta 37, Rishi Kanva Gaura in meter Gayatri visualized Maruts. Sing forth, O Kanvas, to your band of Maruts unassailable, sporting resplendent on their car. They whose self-luminous were born together with the spotted deer, spears, swords, and glittering ornaments. One hears, as though it were close at hand, the cracking of the whips they hold. They gather glory on their way. Now sing a fourth the golden hymn, hymn to your exultant Maruts host, the fiercely vigorous, the strong. Praise ye the bull among the cows, for it's the Maruts' sportive band. It strengthened as it drank the rain. Who is your mightiest? Heroes, when O shakers of the earth and heaven, ye shake them like a garment's hem. At your approach man holds him down before the fury of your wrath. The rugged jointed mountain yields, they at whose racings forth the earth like an age-weakened lord of men trembles in terror on their ways. Strong is their birth, vigor have they to issue from their mother's strength. O yea, even twice enough is theirs. And these, the sons, the singers in their racings, have enlarged the bones, so that the kind must walk knee-deep. Before them on the ways they go, they drop this offspring of the cloud, long, broad, and inexhaustible. O Maruts, as your strength is great, so have ye cast men down on earth, so have ye made the mountains fall. The while the Maruts pass along, they talk together on the way. Doth any hear them as they speak? Come quick with swift steeds, for ye have worshippers among converse sons. May you rejoice among them well. All is prepared for your delight. We are their servants evermore to live as long as life may last. In Sukta 38 in Mandala 1, Rishi Kanvagaura in Meter Gayatri visualized Marutas. Aye, what now? When will ye take us by both hands as a deer, sir, his son, gods for whom sacred grass is clipped? Now whither, to what goal of yours go ye, in heaven and not on earth? Where do your cows disport themselves? Where are your newest favors shown? Where, Maruts, your prosperity? Where all your high felicities? If, O ye Maruts, ye the sons whom Prashni bore, were mortal and immortal, he who sings your praise, then never were your praiser loaded like a wild beast in pasture land, nor should he go on Yama's path. Let not destructive plague on plague, hard to be conquered, strike its down. Let each with drought depart from us. Truly they, the fierce and mighty sons of Rudra, send their windless rain them on the desert places. Like a cow the lightning glows and follows, mother like her youngling, when their rain flood hath been loosened. When they inundate the earth, they spread forth darkness them in daytime with the water-laden rain cloud. O Maruts, at your voices sound, this earthly habitation shakes, and each man reels who dwells therein. O Maruts, with your strong hoofed steeds, unhindered in their courses, haste along the bright embarked streams. Firm be the fellies of your wheels, steady your horses and your cars, and may your reins be fashioned well. Invite hither with this song for praise, Agni, the Lord of prayer, him who is fair as Mitra is. Form in thy mouth the hymn of praise, expand thee like a rainy cloud. Sing forth the measured eulogy. Sing glory to the Maruts host, praiseworthy, tuneful, vigorous. Here let the strong ones dwell with us. Sukta 39 of Mandala 1, Rishi Kanvagaura in meter Bruhati visualized Maruts. When thus, like flame from far away, Maruts, ye cast your measure forth. To whom go ye? To whom, O shakers of the earth, moved by those wisdom whose design? Strong let your weapons be to drive away your foes, firm for resistance, let them be. Ay, passing glories, and glorious must be your warrior might, not as a gullible mortal strength. When what is strong ye overthrow, and will about each ponderous thing. Heroes, your course is through the forest trees of earth, and through the fissures of the rocks. Consumers of your foes, no enemy of yours is found in heaven or on earth. O Rudras, may the strength held in this bond be yours to bid defiance even now. They make the mountains rock and reel, they rend the forest kings apart. Onward, ye Maruts, drive like creatures drunk with wine, ye gods with all your company. Ye to your chariot have yoked the spotted deer, a red deer as a leader dross. Even the earth herself listened as he came near, and men were sorely terrified. O Rudras, quickly we desire your succor for this work of ours. Come to us with your aid, as in the days of old, so now for frightened Kanva's sake. Should any monstrous foe, O Marutas, sent by you or sent by mortals, threaten us, tear ye him from us with your power and with your might, and with the succors that are yours. For ye, the worshipful and wise, have guarded Kanva perfectly. O Maruts, come to us with full protecting help, as lightning flashes seek the rain. Whole strength have ye, O bounteous ones, perfect earth shakers in your might. Maruts, against the poet's wrathful enemy, send ye an enemy like a dart. Sukta 64 in Mandala 1, Rishi now the Gautama in Meter Jagati visualize Maruts. Bring for the manly host, wise and majestically, O Nodas, for the Maruts bring thou a pure gift. I deck my songs as one deft-handed, wise in mind prepares the water that hath power in Solomon rites. They spring to birth, the lofty ones, the bulls of heaven, divine, the youths of Rudra, free from spot and strain. The purifiers, shining brightly, even as suns, awful of form like giants, scattering raindrops down. Young Rudras, demon slayers, never growing old, they have waxed even as mountains irresistible. They make all beings tremble with their mighty strength, even the very strongest, both of earth and heaven. With glittering ornaments, they deck them forth for show. For beauty on their breasts, they bind their chains of gold. The lances on their shoulders pound to pieces. They are born together of themselves, the men of heaven. Loud roarers, giving strength, devourers of the foe, they make the winds, they make the lightnings with their powers. The restless shakers drain the others of the sky, and ever wandering round fill the earth full with milk. The bounteous Maruts, with the fatness dropping milk, fill full the waters which avail in Solomon rides. They led, as it were, the strong horse forth, that it may rain. They milk the thundering, the never-failing spring. Mighty with wondrous power, and marvelously bright, self-strong like mountains, ye glide swiftly on your way. Like the wild elephant, ye eat the forest up when ye assume your strength among the bright red flames. Exceeding wise, they roar like lions, mightily. They all possessing are beauteous as antelopes. String the darkness with lances, and spotted deer, combined as priests with serpent's fury through their might. Heroes who march in companies, befriending man with serpent's earth through strength, a great the earth and heaven. Upon the seats, O Maruts, of your chariots, upon the cars stands lightning visible as light. Lords of all riches, dwelling in the home of wealth, endowed with mighty vigor, singers loud of voice. heroes of powers infinite, armed with strong men's rings, the archers, they have laid the arrow on their arms. They who with golden fellies make the rain increase, drive forward the big clouds like wanderers on the way. Self-moving, brisk, unwearied, they who overthrow the firm, the Maruts with bright lances, make all things to reel. The progeny of Rudra, we invoke with prayer the brisk, the bright, the worshipful, the active ones. To the strong band of Maruts cleave for happiness the changes of the sky, impetuous, vigorous. Maruts, the man whom ye have guarded with your help, he verily in strength surpasseth all mankind. Spoil with his steeds he gaineth, treasure with his men he winneth, honourable strength and prospereth. O Maruts, to the worshippers give glorious strength, invincible in battle. Brilliant, bringing wealth, praiseworthy, known to all men, may we foster well during 100 winters, son and progeny. Will ye then, O ye Maruts, grant us riches, durable, rich in men, defying onslaught, 100,000-fold, ever increasing, may he, enriched with prayer, come soon and early. Shukta 85, Mandala 1, Rishi Gautama Rahuguna in Meter Jagati hailed Maruts. They who are glancing forth like women on their way, doers of mighty deeds, swift racers, Rudra's sons. The Maruts have made heaven and earth increase and grow. In sacrifices they delight, the strong and wild. Grown to their perfect strength, greatness have they attained. The Rudras have established their abode in heaven. Singing their song of praise and generating might, they have put glory on the sons whom Prani bear. When children of the cow, they shine in bright attire, and on their fair limbs they lay their golden ornaments. They drive away each adversary from their path, and following their traces, fatness floweth down. When mighty warriors, ye who glitter with your spears, overthrowing with your strength, then what is never overthrown? When, O ye Maruts, ye the host that sent the rain, had harnessed to your cars the thought-fleet spotted deer. When you have harnessed to your ears the spotted deer, urging the thunderbolt, O Maruts, to the fray, forth rush the torrents of the dark red stormy cloud, and moisten like a skin the earth with water floods. Let your swift gliding coursers bear you hitherward with their fleet opinions. Come ye forward with your arms. Sit on the grass, a white scat hath been made for you. Delight yourselves, O Maruts, in the pleasant foot. Strong in their native strength to greatness have they grown, stepped to the firmament and made their dwelling wide. When Vishnu saved the Soma, bringing wild delight, the Maruts sat like birds on their dear holy grass. In sooth, like heroes, fain for fight, they rush about like combatants, fame seeking, have they striven in war. Before the Maruts, every creature is afraid. The men are like to kings, terrible to behold. When Tasesta, deft of hand, had turned the thunderbolt, golden with 1,000 edges, fashioned more skillfully. Indra received it to perform heroic deeds. Vrata the slew, and forced the flood of water forth. They with their vigorous strength pushed the well up on high, and clothed the cloud in twine, though it was passing strong. The Maruts, bounteous givers, sending forth their voice in the wild joy of Soma, wrought their glorious deeds. They drave the cloud transverse directed hitherward, and poured the fountain forth for thirsting Gautama. Shining with varied light, they come to him with help. They with their might fulfilled the longing of the sage. The shelters which ye have for him who lauds you, bestow them threefold on the man who offers. Extend the same boons unto us, O Maruts. Give us, O heroes, wealth with noble offering. Sukta 86, Mandala 1, Rishi Gautama Rahuguna in Meter Gayatri hailed Maruts. The best of guardians hath that man within whose dwelling place ye drink, O Maruts, giants of the sky, honoured with sacrifice or with the worship of the sages' hymns, O Maruts, listen to the call. Ye, the strong man, to whom ye have vouchsafed to give a sage, shall move into a stable rich in kine. Upon this hero's sacred grass, Soma is poured in daily rites. Praise and delight are sung aloud. Let the strong Maruts hear him surpassing all men. Strength be his, that reaches even to the sun. For through the swift God's loving help, in many an autumn, Maruts, we have offered up our sacrifice. Fortunate shall that mortal be, O Maruts, most adorable, whose offerings ye bear away. O heroes, truly strong, ye know the toil of him who sings your praise, the heart's desire of him who loves, O ye of the true strength. Make this thing manifest by your greatness, strike the demon with your thunderbolt. Conceal the horrid darkness, drive far from us each devouring friend. Create the light for which we long. Shukta 87, Mandala 1, Rishi Gautama Rahuguna in Meter Jagati hailed Maruts. Loud singers, never humbled, active, full of strength, immovable, impetuous, manliest, best beloved. They have displayed themselves with glittering ornaments, a few in number only, like the heavens with stars. When Maruts on the steeps ye pile the moving cloud, ye are like birds on whatsoever path it be. Clouds everywhere shed forth the rain upon your cars. Drop fatness, honey-hued, for him who sings your praise. Earth at their racings trembles as if weak and worn, when on their ways they yoke their cars for victory. They, sportive, loudly roaring, armed with glittering spears, shakers of all, themselves admire their mightiness. Self-moving is that youthful band, with spotted steeds, thus it hath lordly sway, endued with power and might. Truthful art thou, and blameless, searcher out of sin. O thou, strong host, wilt be protector of this prayer. We speak by our descent from our primeval soul. Our tongue, when we behold the Soma, stirs itself. When shouting, they had joined Indra in toil of fight. Then only they obtained their sacrificial name. Splendors they gained for glory. They who wear bright rings, rays they obtained, and men to celebrate their praise. Armed with their swords, impetuous and fearing not, they have possessed the Maruts' own beloved home. Sukta 88, Mandala 1, Rishi Gautama Rahuguna in Meter Prastapadki hailed Maruts. Come hither, Maruts, on your lightning laden cars, sounding with sweet songs, armed with lances, winged with steeds. Fly unto us with noblest foot, like birds, O ye of mighty power. With their red-hued or happily tawny coursers, with speed their chariots on, they come for glory. Brilliant like gold is he who holds the thunder. Earth have they smitten with the chariot's felly. For beauty ye have swords upon your bodies, as they stir woods, so may they stir our spirits. For your sake, O ye Maruts, very mighty and well-born, have they set the stone in motion. The days went round you and came back, O earners, back to this prayer and to this solemn worship. The Gautamas, making their prayer with singing, have pushed the well's lid up to drink the water. No hymn way ever known like this aforetime, which Gautama sang forth for you. O Maruts, what time upon your golden wheels he saw you, wild boats rushing about with tusks of iron. To you this freshening draught of Soma rusheth, O Maruts, like the voice of one who prayeth. It rusheth freely from our hands as these libations want to flow. Kosha. Hymns on Maruts. Hymns on Marut.
क्रीलं वः शर्धो मरुतमनर्वाणं रथे शुभं कण्वा अभिप्रगायत ये पृषतीभिर्षिभिः साकं वाचीभिरञ्जिभिः अजायन्त स्वभानवः इहेव शृण्वयेषां कश हस्तेषु यद्वदान्नि यामाञ्चित्रमुरुञ्जते.
Mandala 1, Sukta 165. Rishi Indra in meter Tristub hailed Indra and Maruts. With what bright beauty are the Maruts jointly invested, peers in age who dwell together. From what place have they come? With what intention? Sing they their strength through love of wealth, these heroes? Whose prayers have they, the youthful ones, accepted? Who to his sacrifice hath turned the Maruts? We will delay them on their journey, sweeping with what high spirit through the air like eagles. Whence comest thou alone, thou who art mighty, Indra, lord of the brave? What is thy purpose? Thou greetest us when meeting us, the bright ones. Lord of bay steeds, say what thou hast against us. Mine are devotions, hymns, sweet are libations. Strength stirs and hurls forth is my bolt of thunder. They call for me, their lords are longing for me. These my bay steeds bear me to these oblations. Therefore, together with our strong companions, having adorned our bodies, now we harness our spotted deed with might, for thou, O Indra, hast learned and understood our godlike nature. Where was that nature then of yours, O Maruts, that ye charged me alone to slay the dragon? For I in truth am fierce and strong and mighty. I bent away from every foeman's weapons. Ay, much hast thou achieved with us for comrades, with manly valour like thine own, thou hero. Much may we too achieve, O mightiest Indra, with our great power, we Maruts, when we will it. Vratha, I slew by mine own strength, O Maruts, having waxed mighty in mine indignation. I with the thunder in my hand created for man these lucid softly flowing waters. Nothing, O Meghavan, stands firm before thee. Among the gods not one is found thine equal. None born or springing into life comes nigh thee. do what thou hast to do, exceeding mighty. Mine only be transcendent power, whatever I, daring in my spirit, may accomplish. For I am known as terrible, O Maruts, I, Indra, am the lord of what I ruined. Now, O ye Maruts, hath your praise rejoiced me the glorious hymn, which have made me heroes. For me, for Indra, champion strong in battle, for me yourselves as lovers for a lover. Here, truly, they send forth their sheen to meet me, wearing their blameless glory and their vigor. When I have seen you, Maruts, in gay splendor, ye have delighted me, so now delight me. Who here hath magnified you, O ye Maruts? Speed forward, O ye lovers, to your lovers. Ye radiant ones, assisting their devotion of these my holy rites, he be regardful. To this hath Minya's wisdom brought us, so as to aid, as aids the poet him who worships. Bring hither quick on the sage, A Maruts, these prayers for you the singer hath recited. May this your praise, may this young song, O Maruts, sung by the poet Mana's son, Mandarya, bring offspring for ourselves with food to feed us. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. Mandala 1, Sutta 66, Rishi Agastya Maitruvarni, Meter Jagati, hailed Maruts. Now let us publish for the vigorous company, the herald of the strong one, their primeval might. With fire upon your way, O Maruts, loud of voice, with battle, mighty ones, achieve your deeds of strength. Bringing the pleasant math as it were their own dear son, they sported sportive wise, gay at their gatherings. The Rudras come with succor to the worshipper. Self-strong, they fail not him who offers sacrifice. To whomsoever, bringer of oblations, the immortal guardians have given plenteous wealth. For him, like loving friends, the Maruts bringing bliss bedew the regions round with milk abundantly. Ye who with mighty powers have stirred the regions up, your cursors have sped forth directed by themselves. All creatures of the earth, all dwellings are afraid, for brilliant is your coming with your spears advanced. When they in dazzling rush have made the mountains roar and shaken heaven's high back in their heroic strength. Each sovereign of the forest fears as he drive near, aid the shrubs fly before you, shift as whirling wheels. Terrible Maruts, ye with never diminished host, with great benevolence fulfill our heart's desire. Wherever your lightning bites armed with its glory, teeth in crunches up the cattle like a well-aimed dart. Givers of enduring gifts, whose bounties never fail, free from ill will, at sacrifices glorified. They sing their song aloud, that they may drink sweet joys. Well to do they know the hero's first heroic deeds. With castles 100-fold, O Maruts, guard ye well the man whom ye have loved from ruin and from sin. The man whom ye the fears, the mighty ones who roar, preserve from calumny by cherishing his seed. O Maruts, in your cars are all things that are good. Great powers are set as it were in rivalry therein. Rings are upon your shoulders when ye journey forth. Your axle turns together both the chariot wheels. Held in your manly arms are many goodly things. Gold chains are on your chest and glistering ornaments. Deer skins are on their shoulders, on their fellies' knives. They spread their glory out as birds spread out their wings. Mighty in mightiness, pervading, passing strong, visible from afar as it were with stars of heaven. Lovely with pleasant tongues, sweet singers with their mouths, the Maruts, joined with Indra, shout forth all around. This is your majesty, ye Maruts nobly born, far as the sway of aided your bounty spreads. Even Indra, by desertion, never disannuals the boon bestowed by you upon the pious man. This is your kinship, Maruts, that immortals ye were oft in olden time, regardful of our call, having vouchsafed to man a hearing through this prayer, by wondrous deeds the heroes have displayed their might. That, O ye Maruts, we may long time flourish through your abundant riches, O shift movers, and that our men may spread in the encampment, let me complete the rite with these oblations. May this your Lord, may this your song, O Maruts, sung by the poet, Mana's son, Mandarya, bring offspring for ourselves with food to feed us. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. Sukta 167, Mandala 1, Rishi Agastya Maitruvarni, in meter Trishtu, hailed Indra and Maruts. 1,000 are thy helps for us, O Indra, 1,000, Lord of Bays, thy choice refreshment, wealth of 1,000 sorts hast thou to cheer us. May precious gods come nigh to us in thousands. May the most sapient Maruts with protection, with best boons brought from lofty heaven, approach us. Now when their team of the most noble horses speeds even on the sea's extremest limit, close to them clings one moving in seclusion, like a man's wife, like a spear carried rearward, well grasped, bright, decked with gold. There is walk also, like to a courtly, eloquent dame among them. Far of the brilliant, never weary Maruts cling to the young maid as a joint position. The fierce gods drave not Rhodacy before them, but wished for her to grow their friend and fellow. When chose immortal Rhodacy to follow, she with loose tresses and heroic spirit, she climbed her servant's chariot. She like Surya, with cloud-like motion and refulgent aspect. Upon their car the young men set the maiden wedded to glory, mighty in assemblies. When your song, Maruts, rose and with oblation the Soma pourer sang his hymn in worship. I will declare the greatness of these Maruts, their real greatness, worthy to be lauded. How with them she, though firm, strong-minded, haughty, travels to women happy in their fortune. Mitra and Varuna, they guard from censure. Aryaman, too, discovers worthless sinners. Firm things are overthrown that never were shaken. He prospers. Maruts, who gives choice oblations. None of us, Maruts, near or at a distance, hath ever reached the limit of your vigor. They courageous might, still waxing boldly, have compassed round their foemen like an ocean. May we, this day, be dearest friends of Indra, and let us call on him in fight tomorrow. So were we erst, new might attend us daily. So be with us, Rubik son of the heroes. May this your song, O Maruts, sung by the poet, Mana's son, Mandarya. Bring offspring of ourselves with food to feed us. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. Sukta 168 in Mandala 1, Rishi Agastya Maitruvarni in meter Trishtu, hailed Maruts. Shift gain is his who hath you. Near at every rite, ye welcome every song of him who serves the gods. So may I turn you hither with fair hymns of praise to give great succor for the wealth or weal of both the worlds. Surrounding, as it were, self-born, self-powerful, they spring to life, the shakers down of food and light, like as the counter's undulations and undulations of the floods, worthy of praise when near, like bullocks and like kine. They who, like somas, with their well-grown stalks pressed out, imbibed within the heart, dwell there in friendly wise. Upon their shoulders rests, as it were, a warrior's spear, and in their hand they hold a dagger and a ring. Self-yoked, they have descended lightly from the sky. With your own lash, immortals, urge yourselves to speed. Unstained by dust, the Maruts, mighty in their strength, have cast down them firm things, armed with their shining spears. Who among you, O Maruts, armed with lightning spears, moveth you by themselves and himself, as with the tongue his jaws? A rush from heaven's floor, as though ye sought for food, on many errands like the sun's diurnal steed. Say where, then, is this mighty region's farthest bound, where Maruts is the lowest depth that ye have reached? When he cast you like chaff the firmly stabilized pile, and from the mountain sent the glittering water fled. Your winning is with strength, dazzling with heavenly light, with fruit mature, O Maruts, fall of plenteousness. Auspicious is your gift, like a freed giver's meed, victorious, spreading far as of immortal gods. The rivers roar before your chariot, feliz when they are uttering the voice of rain clouds. The lightnings laugh upon the earth beneath them. What time the Maruts scatter forth their fatness? Prani brought forth to fight the mighty battle, the glittering army of the restless Maruts. Nurtured together they beget the monster, and then looked round them for the food that strengthens. May this your loud, may this your song, O Maruts, sung by the poet Mana's son, Mandarya. Bring offspring of ourselves with food to feed us. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. Shukta 170 in Mandala 1, Rishi Indra in meter Bruhati hailed Indra and Maruts. Not is today, tomorrow not, who comprehends the mystery. We must address ourselves unto another's thought, and lost in then the hope we form. The Maruts are thy brothers. Why, O Indra, wouldest thou take our lives? Agree with them in friendly wise, and do not slay us in the fight. Agastya, brother, why dost thou neglect us, thou who art our friend? We know the nature of thy mind. Verily thou wilt give us naught. Let them prepare the altar, let them kindle fire in front. We too here will spread sacrifice for thee, that the immortal may observe. Thou Lord of wealth, art master of all treasures, thou Lord of friends, art thy friend's best supporter. O Indra, speak thou kindly with the Maruts, and taste oblations in their proper season. Shukta 171 in Mandala 1, Rishi Agastya Maitruvarni in meter Tristip hailed Maruts. To you I come with this mine adoration, and with a hymn I crave the song, one's favor, a hymn that truly makes you joyful. Maruts, suppress your anger and unyoke your horses. Maruts, to you this Lord with prayer and worship, formed in the mind and heart, a God is offered. Come ye to us, rejoicing in your spirit, for ye are they who make our prayer effective. The Maruts, praised by us, shall show us favor. Meghavan, lauded, shall be most propitious. Maruts, may all our days that are to follow be very pleasant, lovely, and triumphant. I fled in terror from this mighty Indra, my body trembling in alarm. O Maruts, oblations meant for you had been made ready. These have we set aside, for this forgive us. By whom the Manas recognize the day springs, by whose strength at the dawn of endless mornings. Give us, thou mighty, glory with Maruts, fierce with the fierce, the strong who givest triumph. Do thou, O Indra, guard the conquering heroes and rid thee of thy wrath against the Maruts. With them the wise victorious, and bestow we may find strengthening food in full abundance. Shukta 172. Rishi Agastya Maitruvarni in meter Gayatri hailed Maruts. Wonderful, let your coming be, wondrous with health, ye bounteous ones, Maruts, who gleam as serpents gleam. Far be from us, O Maruts, ye free givers, your impetuous shaft. Far from us be the stone ye hurl. O bounteous givers, touch ye not, O Maruts, Triskanda spoke, lift ye us up that we may live. Anakosha. Hymns on Marutas. Hymns on Marut.
क्रीलं वः शर्धो मरुतमनर्वाणं रथे शुभं कण्वा अभिप्रगायत ये पृषतीभिर्षिभिः साकं वाचीभिरञ्जिभिः अजायन्त स्वभानवः इहेव शृण्व येषां कश हस्तेषु यद्वदान्नि यामाञ्चित्रमुरुञ्जते.
Mandala 2, Shukta 34, Rishi Grusyamadha Bhargava in meter Jagati visualize Maruts. The Maruts of resistless might who love the rain, resplendent and terrible like wild bees in their strength, glowing like flames of fire, impetuous in career, blowing the wandering rain cloud, have disclosed the kind. They gleam with armlets as the heavens are decked with stars. Like cloud-born lightning shine the torrents of their rain. Since the strong Rudra, O Marutas, with brilliant chest sprang into life for you in Prashni's radiant lap. They drip like horses in the racings of swift steeds. With the stream's rapid cars they hasten on their way. Maruts, with hands of gold, ye who make all things shake, con with your spotted deed, one-minded to our foot. They have bestowed of Mitra all that live, to feed they who forevermore cause their swift drops to flow. Whose steeds are spotted deer, whose riches never fail, like horses in full speed, bound to the pole in work. With brightly flaring kine, whose udders swell with milk, it glittering lances on your unobstructed paths. O Maruts, of one mind, like swans who seek their nests, come to the rapturous enjoyment of the meat. To these our prayers, O Maruts, come unanimous, come ye to our libations like the praise of men. Make it swell like a mare, in udder like a cow, and for the singer grace the song with plenteous strength. Give us a steed, O Maruts, mighty in the car, prevailing prayer that brings remembrance day by day. Foot to your praises, to your bard in deeds of might, give winning wisdom, power uninjured, unsurpassed. When the bright-chested Maruts, lavish of their gifts, bind at the time blaze their horses to the cars, then as the milk cow feeds her calf within the stall, they pour forth food for all oblations, bringing men. Save us, O Maruts, Vasus, from the injurer, the mortal foe who makes us looked upon as wolves, with chariot all aflame, compass him round about. O Rudras, cast away the foeman's deadly bolt. Well known, A Maruts, is that wondrous cause of yours, when they milked Prashni udder, close akin to her, or when to shame the bard who lauded Rudra's sons, O infallible, brought Trita to decay. We call you such great Maruts, following wonted ways to the oblation paid to Vishnu speeder on. With ladles lifted up, with prayer we seek of them preeminent, golden hued, the wealth which all extol. They, the Dasagwas, first of all brought sacrifice. They at the break of morning shall inspirit us. Dawn with her purple beams uncovereth the nights, with great light glowing like a billow sea of milk. The Rudras have rejoiced them in the gathered bands at seats of worship as in purple ornaments. They with impetuous vigor, sending down the rain, have taken to themselves a bright and lovely hue. Soliciting their high protection for our help, with this our adoration, we sing praise to them, whom for assistance, like the 5 terrestrial priests, Trita hath brought to aid us hither on his car. So may your favoring help be turned to us, toward your kindness, like a owing cow approach us, wherewith ye bear your servant over trouble, and free your worshipper from scoff and scorning. Sukta 52 in Mandala 5, Rishi Swayavachya Atreya in meter Anustup hailed Maruts. Sing boldly forth, Swayavarsva, with the Maruts who are loud in song, who holy as their wont is, joy in glory that is free from guile. For in their boldness they are friends of firm and sure heroic strength. They in their cause bold-spirited guard all men of their own accord. Like steeds in rapid motion, they advance and overtake the knights. And thus the Maruts' power in heaven and on the earth we celebrate. With boldness to your Maruts let us offer laud and sacrifice, who all through ages of mankind guard mortal man from injury. Praiseworthy, givers of good gifts, heroes with full and perfect strength, to Maruts, holy ones of heaven, will I extol the sacrifice. The lofty heroes cast their spears and weapons bright with gleaming gold. After these, Maruts followed close like laughing lightning from the sky, a splendor of its own accord. They who waxed mighty of the earth, they who are in the wide mid-air, or in the river's compass, or in the abode of ample heaven. Praise thou the Maruts' company, the valorous and truly strong. The heroes hazing by themselves have yoked their deed for victory. Fair gleaming and Varsuni they have clothed themselves in robes of wool, and with their chariot thrice they cleave the rock asunder in their might. Whether as wanderers from the way, or speeders on or to the path, under these names the spreading band tend well the sacrifice for me. To this the heroes well attend, well do their teams attend to this. Visible are their varied forms, behold their parvatas. Hymn singing, seeking water, they praising have danced about the spring. What are they unto me? No thieves, but helpers, splendid to behold. Sublime with lightnings for their spears, sages and orderers are they. Rishi, adore that Maruts host and make them happy with thy song. Rishi, invite the Maruts band with offerings as a maid her friend. From heaven too, bold ones, in your might haste hither, glorified with songs. Thinking of these now, let him come as with the escort of the gods, and with the splendid princes, famed for rapid courses to the gifts. Princes who, when I asked their kin, named Prashni as their mother cow, and the impetuous Rudra, they, the mighty ones, declared their sire. The mighty ones, the 7 times 7, have singly given me 100 gifts. I have obtained on Yamuna famed wealth in kine and wealth in steeds. Mandala 5, Sukta 53, Rishi Savya Chaya Atreya in Meter Kakupa hailed Maruts. Who knows the birth of these, or who lived in the Maruts' favor in the days of old, what time their spotted deer were yoked? Who, when they stood upon their cars, hath heard them tell the way they went? Who was the bounteous man to whom their kindred rains flowed down with food of sacrifice? To me they told it, and they came with winged steeds radiant to the draught. Youths, heroes free from spot or stain, behold us here and praise thou us, who shine self-luminous with ornaments and swords, with breastplates, armlets, and with wreaths, arrayed on chariots and with bows. O swift to pour your bounties down, Maruts, with delight I look upon your cars, like splendors coming through the rain. Munificent heroes, they have cast heaven's treasury down to the worshippers' behoof. They set the storm cloud free to stream through both the worlds, and rain floods flow over desert spots. The bursting streams in billow flood have spread abroad like milk kine over the firmament, like swift steeds hastening to their journey's resting place. To every side run glittering brooks. Hither, O Maruts, come from heaven, from mid-air or from near at hand. Tarry not far away from us. So let not Rasa, Krummu, or Anithabha, Kubha, or Sindhu hold you back. Let not the watery Sarayati obstruct your way. With us be all the bliss we give. That brilliant gathering of your cars, the company of Maruts, of the youthful ones, the rain showers speeding on attend. With eulogies and hymns may we follow your army, troop by troop and band by band and company by company. To what oblation giver, sprung of noble ancestry, have sped the Maruts on this course today? What save to us the bounty, that which we implore, through which for child and progeny, ye give the seed of corn that wasteth not away, and bliss that reacheth to all life. May we in safety pass by those who slander us, leaving behind disgrace and hate. Maruts, may we be there when ye at dawn, in rest and toil, rain waters down and balm. Favored by gods shall he, the man, O heroes, Maruts, and possessed of noble sons, whom he protect, such may we be. Praise the free giver at this liberal patron, right this joy like cattle in the mead. So call thou unto them who come as ancient friend, hymn those who love thee with a song. Mandala 5, Shukta 54, Rishiyatreya in Meter Jagati hailed Maruts. This hymn will I make for the Maruts host, who bright in native splendor cast the mountains down. Sing the great strength of those illustrious in renown, who stay the heat, who sacrifice on heights of heaven. O Maruts, rich in water, strengtheners of life, are your strong bands with aims the lightning flash. O Maruts, rich in water, strengtheners of life, are your strong bands with harnessed steeds that wander far? Tritha roars out at him who aims the lightning flash. The waters sweeping round are thundering on their way. They gleam with lightning. Heroes, casters of the stone, wind rapid Maruts, overthrowers of the bills. Oft through desire to rain coming, with storm of hail, roaring in onset, violent and exceeding strong. When mighty Rudras, through the nights and through the days, went through the sky and realms of air, shakers of all. When over the broad fields he drive along like ships, even the strongholds he come, Maruts, but are not harmed. Maruts, this hero strength and majesty of yours hath, like the sun, extended over a lengthened wave. When in your course like deer with splendor unsubdued ye bode the hill that gives imperishable rain. Bright shone your host, ye sages, Maruts, when ye smote the waving tree, as when the worm consumeth it. Accordant as the eye guides him who walks, have ye led our devotion onward by an easy path. Never is he, O Maruts, slain or overcome, never doth he decay, never is distressed or harmed. His treasures, his resources never waste away, whom whether he be prince or rishi, ye direct. With harnessed team like heroes, overcoming troops the friendly Maruts, laden with their water cask. Let the spring flow, and when impetuous they roar, they inundate in the earth with floods of pleasant mead. Free for the Maruts is the earth with sloping ways, free for the rushing ones is heaven with steep descendants. The paths of air's mid-region are precipitous the mountains with their running streams. When as the sun hath risen up, I take delight, O bounteous, radiant Maruts, heroes of the sky, your coursers vary not when speeding on their way, and rapidly ye reach the end of this your path. Lances are on your shoulders, anklets on your feet, gold chains are on your breast, gems Maruts on your car. Lightnings aglow with flame are flashing in your hand, and whistles wrought of gold are laid upon your heads. Maruts, in eager, starry shake the vault of heaven, splendid beyond conception for its shining fruit. They gathered when they let their deeds of might flash forth. The pious ones sent forth a far resounding shout. Sage Maruts, may we be the drivers of the car of riches, full eye of life that have been given by you. O Maruts, let that wealth in thousands dwell with us, which never vanishes like Tisya from the sky. Maruts, a further wealth which longed for heroes, further the rishi skilled in chanted verses, a give the Bharata as his strength, a charger and a bestow a king who quickly listens. Of you, most swift to succor, I solicit wealth wherewith we may spread forth mid men like as the sun. Accept, O Maruts, graciously this hymn of mine, that we may live 100 winters through its power. Mandala 5, Sukta 55, Rishi Atreya in Jagati meter hailed Maruts with gleaming lances, with their breasts adorned with gold. The Maruts rushing onward hold high power of life. They hasten with swift steeds, easy to be controlled. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. Ye, as ye which have gained of your own selves your power. Hey, O ye mighty ones, and wide ye shine abroad. They with their strength have even measured out the sky. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. Strong, bound together, they together have waxed great. The heroes more and more have grown to majesty. Resplendent as the sun's beams in their light are they. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. Maruts, your mightiness deserves to be adored, sight to be longed for like the shining of the sun. So lead us with your aid to immortality. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. O Maruts, from the ocean ye uplift the rain, and fraught with vaporous moisture pour the torrents down. Never ye wonder workers are your milk kind dry. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. When to your car poles ye have yoked your spotted deed to be your steeds, and put your golden mantles on. O Maruts, ye disperse all enemies abroad. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. Neither the mountains nor the rivers keep you back. Whither ye have resolved, thither ye, Maruts, go. A compass round about even the heaven and earth. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. Whatever is ancient, Maruts, what of recent time, whatever is spoken, Vasus, what is chanted forth, they who take cognizance of all of this are ye. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. Be gracious unto us, ye Maruts, slay us not, extend ye unto us shelter of many a sort. Pay due regard unto our friendship and our praise. Their cars moved onward as they went to victory. O Maruts, lead us on to higher fortune, deliver us when lauded from afflictions. Accept ye, holy ones, the gifts we bring you. May we be masters of abundant riches.